Nice frame up, and we're alive. Yes, we summoned forth wheelchair. Hang on, I'm about to open up the other chat here. Oh, okay. All right, we're gonna need to say some prayers for Jory's auntie. She was supposed to have surgery today, but they had to reschedule.
Oh my.
My my hope is that means if they had to reschedule, when they do it wasn't the right time, but by rescheduling, when they do it, it'll be the right time and it'll be a good outcome.
Right, all things in the right place.
Yes, in the fullness of time. So let me go ahead and get that started, and we'll get going. How's everybody doing? We may, we're supposed to get some cold weather, like that. Hang on. See if anybody's gonna wait. Okay, maybe I did that too soon, but no.
Not today, Galvatron.
I wonder if he gets aggravated when you do that. I hope not.
Not today.
Alrighty, let's hang on. Let me try this one more time. But no, I pull up my weather app and it says freeze warning, and I'm like, the heck you say? But apparently so. So there you are. Okay, good. All right, we got a good view of everything. Awesome. All right, and Akira's on. Hey,
Akira.
Yes. Okay, Dominanakis, can I get a prayer for safe travels and making a cross-country move Saturday or Sunday and Monday? So, yes. Wow.
Or should we say Akira?
Akira, yes. And Kid Fox, I should start my in vitro fertilization journey this week. Yeah, well, definitely good luck with that.
May everything bloom positively.
Yes. And Yodi, I'm bundled in a little blanket. Oh, and Janaya, hi from Sydney, Australia. Oh, wow. Well, yeah. See, the weather's starting to turn cold here, and it's starting to turn warm where you are. So
good eye.
Yeah. Well, I'm our
it's
southern
daytime over there. So
yeah. Well, our Southern American accents are probably cute enough for everybody. So
right. But having known a few Aussies, I figured it would just be appropriate.
Well, Darren had a physical therapist who's from New Zealand.
Well, he's not Aussie. He's from New Zealand. But...
Right, it's different. And apparently that's not the only accent they have over there. So
no, it's not.
So, but it's always fun to learn things like that. Right. So anyway, yes, tonight is the exciting conclusion of the Osiris mysteries, and so I have everything so very similar to how it was, and so that we will let Osiris return in triumph to the main altar.
And today we'll find out who done it.
That was me face palming. Well, we know who done it. We don't talk about that.
Okay.
It's like, do not talk about B.
Okay. Okay.
But now, one thing I will show off is I went down an internet rabbit hole and learned some interesting things. It started with looking up puja garlands, and anybody who knows about Hindu practice would know puja. But anyway, it inspired me to make another garland for one of our terracotta things, which you should be able to see here. And this is felt and yarn and beads. And the folks on the Discord have done some little activities, like you guys did some Osiris Chias last week. One of these times we ought to have an activity and we make some garlands. And certainly that would be a fun thing to make, whenever we can do a Kemetic con. So we can have faux lotus petal garlands all over the place.
Right.
So that'd be something fun to do. So, okay. And remember, I've got a belly dance performance coming up. Still got to come with 3 more minutes of choreography. Oh, well, good luck with that. And Akira says, I was talking intensely about honey mustard seasoning earlier, and a super intense thunderclap happened out of nowhere. Yes, Seth doesn't like honey mustard.
Or he might really like honey mustard.
Yeah, it might be the other thing. He might really like it. The Celery says, I've been using bell anklets as necklaces for my statues. Planning on getting more. That's pretty cool.
Okay, we need to stop talking about food.
Oh, yeah, I think we're going to make Darren hungry. So,
Lots of food.
Well, I know one way to put a damper on.
Cold water.
Yeah. Oh, and I guess when we say our prayers for the blessed dead, we have to include Gallagher. Don't know what his actual name is, and Kevin Conroy.
Kevin Conroy.
The voice of Batman.
Oh no.
Yeah, from the animated series. Of course, there've been other folks to do his voice in animated features, more recently. But if you were watching cartoons in the 90s and you remember Batman the animated series, that was
and Mask of the Phantasm.
Yeah, and everything as well. Band. Yeah, well, that was the voice of Batman, and
he lent his voice. He was Batman in over 60 projects beyond the animated series.
Wow. Yeah. So. Yeah. So we need to make sure to remember him. Huh? Say what?
Basically, him and certain others like the Joker.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Okay. All right. Well, we'll see you in a few minutes, Celery. But alrighty, guys. Well, these cool waters are upon my hands, and they purify me. Stephanie purifies me. Just give me your fingertips or something. Come here. Stretch out your. All right. Okay. Hail unto you, unto you. We come unto you without falsehood and without evil. Our purity is upon our hands. Our purity is within our hearts. And we have cast out all evil that pertains to us. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure. Hey. Come here.
Stick with it.
See, I was being good. I wasn't going to flick any water on you. It's just kind of.
I'm trying to bless you. And I do it every week.
Look up hyssop seeds for me. I will grow some hyssop. And I will flick it on you.
What the hyssop is hyssop?
Hyssop is a plant. That's what if you've ever been in, I know this was a Catholic thing. I don't know if anybody else did this, but when the priest would dip a branch in holy water and asperge the congregation.
Oh yeah.
Traditionally it's with hyssop. So that's coming from your tradition. So.
See, I'm just used to the priest using the thing that looked like an old 70s microphone.
Oh, yeah. It's like a little bell or some little thing that would hold holy water. But actually, at the church when I was a kid, he actually had a branch of something, and it may have been a stand-in for hyssop.
But he did it old school, and that's the cool way to do it.
Yeah. So the more you know.
Aspergillum of another kind.
Oh, what of another kind?
Aspergillum.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Oh.
Big fancy words for simple things.
Okay. Oh well. What I'm gonna do is oh, bummer. Sarcastic. Someone's taking up the kitchen. I can't cook. Oh, bummer.
No.
And hyssop is a plant we're referring to. There you go. It's hyssop, Hyssop. But anyway, so now we're excuse me. Okay. Come in peace, bright eye of Horus. Come in peace. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra and all of their abodes, till none remain. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus comes to the four corners of the world, to everyone who is tuning in, both north and south of the equator. Everyone who's tuning in now and will be joining us in the future. This eye of Horus comes, and we are purified with it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
And we'll light our candle for Mama Sekhmet. And for Osiris. And this one will go on the altar with our blessed dead. So, carefully slip it back to it. There we go. You arise in the Akhetis Capri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You set in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven and Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from Nun at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, and hail and praise unto you, O Osir Unifer, to you, O Yenichiru, you lords of love and lords of life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at and cast out Aspet. And may you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us, your strength being within us. Take these, the cool waters which are the inundation, that they may cool your hearts. Well, you know what you do. These waters are the eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, milk, may he taste it in your shrine. May our hearts be refreshed with it. We bring you this milk from the great flood, O Yunachiru, that you may be purified with it. We give you incense. We give you incense, great of purity. This incense is the eye of Horus. Its fragrance comes to you. It cleanses you. It adorns you. It takes its place upon your hands. This incense is the eye of Horus. And its fragrance comes to you. Take this, your bread on which gods live. This bread is the eye of Horus, O Yunachiru. Lift it to your faces and be at peace with it. The gardens prosper and Hapi rejoices, overflowing with his meal. We fill the eye of Horus for you with wine, O Ra, O Osir, Sokar, O Yunachiru. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. And your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine and your water. And here in the Northern Hemisphere, gardens are kind of winding down. I wonder what things are going to survive, the cold snap this weekend. But down south, things are just getting started. So, we keep our prayers for the garden going so that, gardens down under can have a prosperous year there this time around. So. And our libation for the Osiris mysteries, which we've poured. Hail, Osir, and take this, your libation, which is of this land, which produces all things. All things indeed come forth from this, upon which you live, upon which you exist. Pure, pure is Ra Horeketi within his house. Pure, pure is Osiris, foremost of the Westerners. Sokar, Lord of Rosatau, within their house. Pure are the cause of all of these gods, with this good myrrh that is given. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance, thousands of offerings, all things good and pure. For Ra Horeketi, for Osir, Sokar, in every place that their immortal cause dwell. Come to your body, O Ra Horeketi. Come to your body, O Osir, Sokar. Come to your bodies, O Yunachiru, and come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants, who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba to these your offerings, and partake of them. Come, O people. Raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift the offerings before Ra, for Osir, Sokar. All life comes from them. All health comes from them. All stability comes from them. All good fortune comes from them, as it has since the first time. Ora Horaketi, and your son, the Osir Nisi Nebkeper Ra. Your foes retreat from you. Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourselves to these, your offerings, and receive them from our hands. Okay. And now, for our blessed dead, of course, we have Candle of Osiris and our main candle. May they be the eye of Horus that lights their way in Duat. And these cool waters from the table of Osiris, that their hearts may be refreshed. Forekeru ta henket kakao abdu senator merhat kutnibet nofra wabet alket nacharim in kawen aku punibu ma kirinibu hiranachara. Voice offering, bread, beer, 1,000 of beef and fowl, incense, oils, and all good and pure things on which God lives, for the cause of all of these Aku, all true of voice for the great God. And the last part of the Osiris mysteries would be appropriate here because, we're honoring our blessed dead, and Osiris as the Lord of the West, and symbolizing that, he has been resurrected. We take our Jed column, which usually I keep it over by the shrine for the blessed dead, but I had it just kind of laying flat, and so we take it and we stand it upright. Stand it kind of against the shrine and redrape it with our green ribbons, which symbolize freshness, life, and Osiris himself. And this is a translation of a hymn for raising the Jed, which was preserved in the tomb of a servant, an administrator under Amenhotep III, because they did a raising of the Jed that was part of one of Amenhotep's Jubilee festivals, one of his Hebseds. And so his official Keruef had that recorded in his tomb, and that's how we know a little bit about what they did. To your Ka, the sistrum, and to your kindly face, the Menet and the Sekhem. And since we don't have a Menet, we do have Menet and the Sekhem as you arise, O august Jed. Osir Sokar, Lord of Shatit. Osir Sokar appears in glory, and we praise him now. Exalted are you, O steering oar. You join with the land that you may travel through it. May Ra favor you for your goodness. Come, let us exalt him. You have filled the two lands with your beauty, radiant and reborn as the sun in the sky. All right. Darren, I need you to do something. Your crowd noise. Because we're bringing Osiris, yes, in a claim, back to his place in the main altar. Yes. Yeah. So, amidst general celebration. And, of course, this would have involved, in ancient times, there would have been a long parade because they would have gone from the cemetery on the outskirts of Abydos back, on a trail through, to the temple. But we have to basically go from one table to another. But hey, it's the idea. Yeah. And so we have them now. Now Sokar stays because he's associated with caverns and underground. He stays, and he's still in Duat, but Osiris. Sokar also has the ability to pass between realms, so he's never far away. But we bring Osiris back to his place, among the gods, and we'll offer Ma'at to him and to Ra. We come unto you, O Ra, as Jehuti comes, our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased and your Ka shall live. Truly, your Aeneid has Ma'at, for they know you live in her. The Aeneid says unto you, your word is law, eternally. This fat is cast out by your word. Rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place in your shrine. And may we always act with gentility and compassion, for such is the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality, for such is the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity, for such is the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness, for such is the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth, for such is the fifth Ma'at. May we always promote the public good, for such is the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly and with temperance, for such is the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others, for such is the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Jehuti. We may witness Ra's perfection every day. And we had a request for safe travel. Domina Noctis is, I believe you were the one who was traveling, moving cross country. We want a safe trip, just as Osiris returned safely into his place, on the altar. May you reach your destination safely. May Upwout open the ways safely for you, and may Neat, who is also guardian of the ways, look over you and your stuff. May your stuff arrive safely, and may nothing important break. We know this having had to deal with that before. So and we wish, and we ask for, safe travels for you. And we ask Mama Sekhmet to look after Jory's aunt, who has a major surgery coming up. And, our other prayers as they come up. So if anybody needs some blessings, let us know, and we'll put it on the list. Let's see. Okay. Okay, hang on. Let's scroll back here. I see lots of icons for offerings. Huh. that's a pretty cool idea. So sarcastic is like, I guess I'll cook after ritual. That we end up doing some of that too. Oh goodness, and Daniel says I'm feeling better now than I was earlier. I had to go to the ER around 4:30 this afternoon because my sciatica was acting up. Oh goodness. Well, you know what? The jet is supposed to be the backbone of Osiris, and so we ask Osiris, since as his backbone is raised up straight, may Daniel get some relief from his sciatica, because I know that's involved with.
Need to find a chiropractor.
And it's funny. I was having issues that I didn't realize was sciatic, related a couple of years ago, and I think that was right before I started back with a chiropractor, and boy, that sure helped. But there needs to be an instance emoji. I know there's a and so it's blooming away here at the down under. Thank you, awesome. Yeah. Supposed to snooze something. Oh my goodness, poor Sarah, saying the justice system failed because someone had assaulted her, and although he admitted to what he did, the prosecutor told me, according to my state's laws, there isn't enough evidence to pursue a case.
Damn.
That
I don't know what to say.
Yeah. We hate that for you, and I guess the first thing I can think to ask is, just as we ask Neat and Upo to open the ways for those who need a clear path, may they block the ways for those that have done you harm. Keep them from you. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, and Akira says, I applied to a new job, an awesome EMS system, and my living situation is hanging on it. Prayer request for good luck. Absolutely, yes. Okay, and Sarah says, a friend of mine is constantly being misgendered / dead named by her mother, and it's hurting her a lot. She's strong and amazing. I hope she knows she's loved and supported. Prayers for her. And by the way, I refer to you as she. If you prefer something different, just let me know.
Incidentally, you better pray for the parents too.
Yeah. And it's always hard because we have a couple of friends that we got to know them as lesbian girls, basically, and they transitioned to male identity, and we still trip up. I think what helps with IRC is that I still think IRC, because it's a what gender do you apply to IRC? Because they went by that as a shortening of their birth name, and it worked, because again, what gender is that? And so it helps. But when you come to associate something with somebody, you have to kind of transition with them, and some people don't want to do that, and it's tough. So speaking of transitions, may they be able to get through it, and get what they need. And prayers for my good friend Casey, who just passed away from cancer. I'm so sorry. So
been there. Sorry.
Yeah.
Been there far too many times.
Yeah. Well, one other little thing I'll show you guys. It's not quite done yet, but this is eventually going to go on the altar for the Blessed Dead, and I finished painting this. But that's going to be what some of my friends' ashes are going to go in. So I just have to put some hieroglyphs on the sides. But it can be kind of tiring work when you have an emotional investment in it. So I worked on it for a couple of nights long into the evening and just had to put it down. But hopefully for next week it'll be done. But as far as that losing a friend, we understand. So, we'll say our prayers for justice and for peace and repose for our loved ones. And good luck for Akira, who's hoping to get a good job with an EMS system. Sekhmet, that's your line of work, and Osiris, who presides over money matters. In my experience, we ask you both to love on Akira and bless her for us.
I'm gonna ask prayers for my mom.
Okay.
She's on the verge of being homeless.
What, because of the issue with her trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're really struggling with what to do. And so because we're so close to this situation, I guess my prayer is for us to have the insight on the right thing to do, and the best way to serve your mom and her best interests. And do the best that we can for her. So I tell you what, I'm going to read from our hymn to Osiris, and then we'll do our fortunes. So if we missed prayers for anyone, this will be a good time to offer them as we hang on, I'm going backwards. I need to go. This way. There we go. Inash harakosser nebnehech nisud nucheru. Ashacharmeu josser kaperu. Sesha eru impure. Shopses kapu kenti jadu. Urgaredim sachem. Neb hekenyu emanjeti. Kenti jafai minu. Neb sakawi mahti. Baseshta. Neb kararet. Joserim eb nebhaj. Bara jetef Joseph. Hotep im chenes. Manachenu im narit. Kopras jesit baf. Nebhat im chemnu. Nira im shashotep. Nebnehech. Kinti abju. Hirawai sutef im tajasur. Jedran in ru im romichu. Powatan tawi. Tum jafa kawi kenta. Kinti powad machiru. Menakimim achupen. Reanef nun muaf. Kentianef mehit. Moses resut fenederef hotep tuibef. Nebhenuim pet resut. Duawim pet metet. Yokem saku sut haref. Sutef pu yokem saku. Alrighty. Okay, I see some cookie. Oops. That's our little shaker. Prayers to Hathor for help with dancing and also finding a life partner. And alrighty, so we'll start with Kit Fox, and then Daniel, then Sarcastic, then Austin. Kid says, "I really miss training this live stream. Being here is such a source of comfort. Love you too. And we missed you. So we understand if you know life dictates otherwise, but we're glad to see you again. So um, okay, and so Sean and alrighty. Yeah, alrighty. So start with Kit Fox and then Daniel. Okay. All right, Kit Fox, you will never be last in line. You will always excel. So that's got to be good news somewhere. And for Daniel, Daniel, when the moment comes, take the first one from the right. I guess if you're picking things, look for the first one from the right. So I guess from the right. So, boy, with it from the right, would that be going this way, towards the right, or going the other way?
Depends on the situation.
Well,
if you can go right, always go right.
Okay, but I suspect you'll know, and they're just telling you the first one to the side. You know, just trust your instinct, and they'll tell you get that one, whatever it is. And so, sarcastic, and then Sarah. All right, no way. Sarcastic. Examine the situation before you act impulsively. Are they calling you out again? Says, examine the situation before you act impulsively. Okay, and Sarah. Sarah, somewhere deep inside, we all can fly. So, I feel like that's speaking to some, inner feeling of yours that they know about that we don't. But somewhere deep inside, we all can fly. Okay, Sarana, and then Akira. Sarana. Did you need one for one of your kids? Here, let me read both of these. First one. There is nothing lost or wasted in this life. That's pretty deep, man. Now, there's another one here. for you, Sarana. And it says, there is no time like the pleasant. Pleasant.
Yes. In other words, take the time to notice that you're having a pleasant time and savor it.
Yes. Putting them together. There is nothing lost or wasted in this life. There is no time like the pleasant.
Nothing is trivial. Enjoy the sweet times.
Yeah. And especially coming from Osiris, that's pretty powerful. There's nothing lost or wasted in this life. And no time like the pleasant. Okay, that was for you, Sarana, and let's see, and then Akira. Akira, suppressing a moment of anger may save a day of sorrow.
Think before you speak.
Suppressing a moment of anger may save a day of sorrow. Yeah, resist the urge to tell somebody off. Suppressing a moment of anger may save a day of sorrow. Okay, and then Sean Rowland, and then Seba Kekaway. So Sean. Sean, no one is standing in your way anymore. Time to move forward. That seems like good news somewhere. No one is standing in your way anymore. Time to move forward. Well, I got a sense that there might be about some. You might still be letting someone, or some memory from the past kind of hold you back. Don't do that. Nothing. It's not holding you back anymore. So
at this point, the only thing's holding you back is you.
So, and then Seba Kekaway. And we're praying for you guys for the IVF therapy, and all our hopes with you. Now it says, when things go wrong, don't go with them. When things go wrong, don't go with them. Whatever those things are. I also get a sense that's saying don't give up hope. Don't. And it may be that the like with the fertilization, the treatments, that kind of takes a while. From what I understand. No. What your friend Michelle had was different.
Right.
But my understanding is that sort of thing, it takes time for it to.
It does. It can take a very long time. So
Yeah.
Be patient.
But don't lose hope. And when things go wrong, don't go with them. Don't let it drag you down. Okay. All right, celery. Let's see, then Blue Conlin. Oh yes, thank you for sharing the links to the Discord. Um, okay, Rebecca, kind of a first world problem, but prayers and a cookie for deciding if I should fix or trade my car. Um, and oh, and Wolf just made it here. Been sick for a few days. I did a tooth I got worked on getting infected. Oh goodness. Well, prayers for health for you. Okay, and then Alejandro. All right, so we'll go celery, then blue conlin, then oracle. There we go, celery. Celery. There is no greater cure for misery than hard work. And you're in art school, so I know you know about that because I've been there. There's no greater cure for misery than hard work. But I'm also getting a sense of, work at it, keep at it, and it'll pay off. So, Blue Conlin. Blue Conlin. Success is usually the fruit of patience. And that seems to be an overarching theme tonight. Patience. Success is usually the fruit of patience. So, hang in there and don't give up, guys. And Oracle. Well, this one's just wanting to run away. Oracle. Pessimism never won any battle.
I'm going to throw a quote at you from one of my favorite people. Or at least my most influential people. George Lucas. You can learn from pessimism, but you can't build on it.
Yeah. Pessimism never won any battles. So there you go, Oracle. And by the way, your suggestion about using Chrome instead of Firefox, that helped. I was right now I am waiting for YouTube to approve the AdSense thing, which I had to get restarted and blah blah blah. But hopefully soon I will actually be able to do the whole thing with like super thanks and all that. I'm just pending approval, and then we can get that going because I know some folks were like, hey, get it to where we can do thanks. It's coming. So and I have all of you guys to thank for that. So
yes, and then we'll hope to get thanks from you.
But yeah. So don't be down. You do
good stuff, man. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. And also Rebecca and Alejandro. Oh, and Miss Jackal from the Discord. Okay. Facebook. Oh, okay, all right. Well, Sean, haven't heard anything on Facebook. Did you, are you do I need to look for your name or would it be a different username? Because I'll look for it. Um, and sarcastic says, "Why is Oster telling everyone to calm our thoughts tonight?" And sarcastic says, "I found out I was 30 seconds behind the stream, and the cookie shaking in 2 times speed is hilarious." They cool. Alrighty. Okay, so Rebecca, and then Alejandra, and Mrs. Jackal. Okay. So Rebecca, with regard to vehicle questions. Rebecca, follow your heart and you will find happiness. Do you love your car? If so, then hang on to it.
Yeah.
But follow your heart and you will find happiness.
Car don't pick the driver. I mean, driver don't pick the car. Car picks the driver.
Was that from one of the Bayformers movies, or was that like?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so.
The first one.
Yeah.
It was the only good thing about those movies.
Well, my favorite line was the one about fate seldom calls upon us at a time of our own choosing.
That's right.
Yeah, but that's the only good line, and appropriately was by Optimus Prime. But the rest of it, not a big fan of the Bayformers movies.
Right.
But okay, so that was for Rebecca, then Alejandro, and then Mrs. Jackal. Okay. The cookies in 2 times speed. I may have to try something like that, scrubbing through just to see, because you got me curious now. But Alejandro, music melts all the separate parts of our bodies together. Music melts all the separate parts of our bodies together. That could be making you whole as a person again, or maybe what's that? I'll stop the world, I'll melt with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Early 80s music joke there. Okay, and now for Mrs. Jackal. Yep. All right, for Mrs. Jackal. No one grows old by living, only by losing interest in living.
That is a nugget of wisdom for all of us.
Yes, to read it again. No one grows old by living, only by losing interest in living.
Right.
And
a lot of young people that were kind of up there.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking about Wally actually. Who was 93 when he died, but was doing stuff, and I mean, I can remember us being on Skype with him. Imagine somebody 91 years old, because this was, before he had a stroke, 91, 92 years old. Okay, and I've got him on the phone, and I'm talking him through getting onto Skype, and then explaining, all right, we can hang up the phone now. but he was like doing stuff right up until the time he got sick. So
Right, Toastmasters, going to Mexico,
Yeah. He would sit there.
being a coke mule. No,
No. He would go to Mexico for dental work, and his wife complained about what kind of a cheapskate he was. But he had stories about walking across the border to Tijuana and then having conversations with people and then walking back. And they're like 89, 90 years old. So, yes, you only grow old by losing interest in living, and so
Right.
that is the message for Mrs. Jackal. No one grows old by living, only by losing interest in living. Okay, did we want to do one like for everyone that is catching us later, or
Sure.
So of course we can kind of see an overall theme, but we'll do one more, and this is for anybody that didn't get a chance. If you've been tuning in with us up to this point, your patience has been rewarded because this one is for you. One of these 4. There we go. And apparently, if you fast forward it, it's hilarious. Like I said, I'm going to have to try that. Okay, for the rest of our viewers. Failure is the chance to do better next time. So to read it one more time. Failure is the chance to do better next time. So don't see it as a defeat. Just a chance to try again. So take that as a bit of encouragement, and know that some folks in DeWatt are cheering us on. So, all right. If anyone's got any other requests or things like that, just let us know, and hopefully I'll have some things for Patreon coming up in the next week. And Akira's like, don't get me started with Bay Formers. Yes. Okay, and so we sent her that. Alrighty. Well, guys, it's right at the hour mark, so let's go ahead and wrap it up so that Sarcastic can take over the kitchen.
Oh, he needs to eat real.
Right.
I need to eat.
Yeah, Darren is hungry. So. Okay. And next week we will be doing our Habsed and coronation of the Falcon, being Horus. So it kind of ties in because the Osiris mysteries are where we observe the rites for the blessed dead, and for Osiris as the dead king, the king of the underworld now. And then we acclaim Horus as Lord of the Living, and it's kind of a follow up. So we'll be doing that, and it'll be kind of our gear up for Thanksgiving. Those of us that are here in the U.S. Alrighty. Hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Capri. You come into being upon the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Unu. You breathe out, Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure, as the name of Atum, foremost of the great Enid, endures. May they endure as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Tefnut, Mistress of Lower Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Geb at the Earth's Ba endures. As the name of Nut in the shrine of Shenit in Unu endures. As the name of Osir, Kentiamentiu endures. As the name of Aset and Nicheru endures. As the name of Sutek in Nibet endures. As the name of Wajit in Dep endures. And we get the name of Horus in Pei endures. Making sure we did him. As the name of Jehuti in Kemenu endures. And as the name of Ra in the Akhet endures likewise for eternity. You have come in peace, O Ra. You have come in peace, O Osir, Sokar. You have come in peace, O Yunachiru. May you go forth in peace, O Ra, Osir, Sokar. May you go forth in peace, O Yunachiru, to every place your immortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Menjet bark, and rest content in the Sektet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. Okay. Ha ha ha! No, they're saying don't feed Darren after midnight. You know, it's funny. For Halloween, we got a Gremlins coffee mug for him from the Halloween Superstore. So, kind of cute that you make a joke about that. Yeah. Actually, you know, you mentioned a live falcon and a tiny crane. You know, something that I thought very sorely about doing. There's actually it's at the French Market Express. There's a little travel stop, you know, about an hour and a half south of here. That one of the things that they always carry is like these little plushies of birds that are like licensed by the Audubon Society or something like that. I've got one that's a cardinal, and you squeeze his wing or his tail, and it actually chirps like a cardinal. Confuses the heck out of the birds around here. Well, they had one that was about like yay big that was, I think, a red-tailed hawk. And I thought for a minute about getting that thing and saying, well, you know,
not in my house.
Well, you know, for Horace, but what dissuaded me from it was I said, well, a little plush hawk would be a bit too cutesy. So
a red-tailed hawk in this house?
No.
One of those took our baby. No.
Yeah. Well, I can't rule out it having been an owl. We lost a duck to a bird of prey it was in 2014, and so
9 years ago.
8, but yeah.
Yeah.
Still, it still sucks. But yeah, you know, I kind of had to have a talk with Horace about that one. But the other thing is, you know, having a plushie of something like that would maybe be a little too cute. So what we've got is we do have a very nice statue now of Horace, you know, as the man with the falcon's head, and he's got his crown on. So I think that'll work nicely. And we got that at the Ramesses exhibit earlier this year. So
yeah, you painted it up nice.
Oh, okay. Celery says I have one of a peregrine falcon, and actually, peregrine falcon would be more appropriate because that's what Horace was. You know. So yeah. Alrighty, guys. Well, I'm so glad you could all tune in, and I hope you all have a wonderful week, and you know, may all our prayers be answered, and look forward to seeing you all next week. So in the meantime, you know, be well, and this is me passing you on a big hug. Yes, and stay warm to everybody who's, you know, getting cold weather.
Love you guys. Take care.
Okay. Okay. All right. Take care, you guys.